Hey friends, it's Min from the Art of Verbal War, where people learn to excel in verbal skills. So today let's talk about how to get better at socializing. So just last week, I was out to lunch with a buddy of mine. Afterwards, we went to Trader Joe's to grab something, and then after that, we went to a cafe to have a cup of coffee. And while we were doing all this, I was chatting with the waitress at the restaurant, the cashier at Trader Joe's, and then a barista at Starbucks. And I also got into it with random people in line after me. And afterwards, my buddy was so surprised I was doing this with random people that I had just met. And to tell you the truth, I was surprised, he was surprised. And at this point in my life, I guess it's really natural for me to do this. But when I look back at my younger self, I guess, yeah, I would be surprised by the way I am now. I mean, talking to absolute strangers was something I never did. And my former self would be really surprised to meet my current self because being this social was not a habit for me back then. So there's a quote by Aristotle that I really try to live by. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. So in order to get better at socializing, all you have to do is develop it from the level of something that you're not very good at into something that becomes a habit. So does being this social come naturally for me? Actually, no. In fact, there are days when I don't feel like socializing. But when I go out, I try to be as social as I can because what I want to do is to develop it into a habit. So if someone tells you that you can become really social overnight, well, I'll tell you, they're lying to you because there's no magic pill. And if someone tells you that there is, well, my friends, I've got a bridge to sell you. You will get better at socializing by deliberate practice. And when you do it repeatedly, it becomes a habit, like it has for me. So I've got 6 quick tips for you today about how to become more social. So my first tip is when you're first starting out trying to become more social is to treat each social interaction as an experiment. So if you were a scientist, you know that when you run an experiment, you'll be failing over and over again. But at some point, you're going to get some results. The best people to actually practice getting better at socializing with is with random strangers because you can get all the benefits with very little downside. There's nothing to lose. So number 2 is check the vibe that you're giving off to other people and be honest with yourself. Are you giving off a vibe that really isn't very friendly? And number 3 is you need to develop an idgaf attitude. What does that mean? I don't give a fuck attitude. And what kind of attitude is that? It's an attitude where you're going to say whatever it is that you want to say. You're going to let the chips fall wherever they may. And number 4 is a mindset shift. Okay, your mindset is going to be one of not worrying what outcome you're getting. You're going to be expecting failure and expect bad reactions from time to time. And once you really have that mindset, everything will change for you. I promise. And now number 5 really applies to introverts. Believe it or not, I'm actually introverted. And what that means is that I'm not against social interaction, but it takes time for me to get in a social mood. And I get exhausted from social interaction. And when you're introverted, you need to learn how to get yourself in a social state on command. So I wrote a book called On, The Introvert's Guide to Social Interaction. And On is a 15-step program that'll teach you how to get in a social state on command. So if you want a free preview of my book On, check out the link below. It's in the description and it's also in the video below. And finally, step 6 is, I know that I said you need to deliberately practice over and over getting into a social state and socializing with people, but don't practice like an idiot. Practicing the same wrong things over and over will get you no results. It's just a waste of time. So I have a present for you guys. In order to get you started towards developing your social skills, I have a guide called Conversation 101. And in Conversation 101, I give you 10 amazing ideas on how you can improve your conversational skills. If you want a copy of Conversation 101, go to www.artofverbalwar.com/Conversation 101. Okay, my friends, I got to get my socialization on. Until next time, keep being excellent, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel.